She has been listed in the 30 Poets in Their 30s list by Muzzle Magazine. She is also a nationally recognized award-winning slam poet. She also holds the title of Woman of the World, City of Albuquerque Champion. She is a member of the Macondo Foundation and most recently, if that wasn't enough, announced City of Albuquerque's new Poet Laureate. She is joining us now this morning, Jessica Helen Lopez. Jessica, so good to see you again.
Good morning, Chad. Long time
again,
no see.
Yeah, no kidding. So first of all, congratulations
Thank you.
again on the award. How does it feel to be Albuquerque's new Poet Laureate?
It's the most fun. I get to hang out with, amazing people like yourself and get to watch cupcakes being made, and talk about poetry and advocate for literacy, something that I've always done, but now I get to do it under the auspices of the Poet Laureate.
Gotcha.
So I've been enjoying it very, very much.
So what exactly does the Poet Laureate do? We've of course, you've coming after Hakeem Bellamy, a very talented poet as well. What exactly does the quote-unquote office of Poet Laureate do?
Well, like last we chatted, really the Poet Laureate is an ambassador for poetry and creative writing, but also activism and a representative of the city of Albuquerque. So whenever I wrote my acceptance speech for the Poet Laureate, I actually turned it into a story, because I'm a storyteller. And it's a love letter. It was really a love letter to the city of Albuquerque, thanking Albuquerque, the people, the food, the music, for endless amounts of inspiration.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the background, your message, but to make sure that we can get it in, I'd love to hear some of your work, and I know that our audience would love to hear it as well.
Wonderful. So last time I was here, I was a little nervous, and I read only a snippet of this piece. It still is a short piece, and I'd love to share it with you this morning.
Great.
Cool woman Albuquerque breaks bread with a sacred sunrise. The good red fruit New Mexico skies sends her way. The silver moon, our yesteryear woman. Solar flares burst in her mouth like piñon seeds spat from the flame. We are all made of smoke. Cool woman Albuquerque dances with the communion wafer moon, the pregnant sun, the tongue, the asphalt. Silt smooth thighs, she is a blues singing bag lady. A marigold burning songstress crooning, temptress wailing, mariachi cat yowl. Her hot mouth houses roasting chile, roja, the flame of a summer bosque, wild, roaring, and in love with abandonment. Cool woman Albuquerque fabricates love in the back seats of cars, a cherry red ranfla, cruising Central Avenue beneath a blanket of salt-studded stars. She is our city. A watercolor dawn, she speaks in tongues, Dene, Spanglish, slang, and catcalls. She is the clamor of feast day upon a sunny, dusty reservation. Her shawl is stitched in stories, her tattered slippers patched in words, her tousled hair tangled in early morning traffic jams. She is the history of today, a mosaic of gutters and a flooded out barelas, the front page of the defunct Tribune, hips made of timbales and the sticky union of Route 66 black tar, with a heart like an underground tunnel, ventricles swelling, rumbling. She is the poetry of the protesters in the streets. Breathing beneath the undulating tides of people moving, cool woman Albuquerque is dancing, praying, loving, hoping, living.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Thank you.
That
I got
is
it all out
fantastic.
today.
You got it all out. It was wonderful.
Awesome, thank you.
So it seems, you pull a lot of inspiration from your community, your heritage, your background.
Yes.
You said you started as a storyteller.
Right.
Is that right? Do you consider yourself more a storyteller or a poet?
I think that they're one and the same.
One and the same.
I get to use poetic elements to elevate my storytelling. And the first storytellers that I came across were my family members, especially that of my mom. She is one of the best storytellers. She can make a trip to the market sound fascinating. So I'm sure that I've imbibed all of those, subconsciously over time. But my family members and my culture, they've really aided me in appreciating the art of storytelling.
Yeah, fantastic. So you have a couple of readings coming up. I want to make sure that folks can get out and meet you in person and hear more of your work. Tell us about those readings.
Sure, there's a couple of them, and they're back-to-back. They're open to the public, and they're free to the public. The first one is called Outside the Margins. What that is a benefit for art. That's an acronym for Art for Refugees in Transition. Visual artists and poets like myself have collaborated across the country, several duos from Albuquerque, to come together and talk about the marginalization of people. So it's a really meaningful reading. That's at Cosmos Factory on 5th, Friday, May 30th, 6 to 9. Again, that's free to the public. And then a second reading is very close to my heart. That's the Jose Montoya celebration. That's going to be hosted at the National Hispanic Cultural Center in the Wells Fargo Auditorium, free to the public. That begins at 7. Some local poets will be there celebrating Jose Montoya, who was a Chicano poet and advocate. And some poets are Damian Flores, Hakeem Bellamy, Andrea Serrano, also Jimmy Santiago Baca, and the San Antonio Poet Laureate will be here in town, Lori Ann Guerrero.
That's great. Fantastic. Well, for more information on this, guys, of course, we will have links on our website at casa.com under the Casa blog. We will be right back. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
coming back in.
And I have a present for you. It's
You do?
somewhere.
Oh, it's right
this
here.
This is for you.
This
yeah,
is mine.
Chad.
This is her book right here. You can pick it up at Bookworks, but this one's mine.
Yeah.
Don't take it. Mine. We'll be right back.